PHP. When we came to PHP, my fall season of last year, this was my associate count at BPMs. 34, 28. This was 10 months ago. My associate count at meetings was in the 20s. I never had over 40. 40 was like, that would be a great day. I'm telling you guys this right now. This was 10 months ago. 10 months ago. That team didn't ever crack 40. Never. It was like this. It was like maybe a little bit bigger than this by like 50%. We would have like 34. If I get the count, my assistant gives me the count, 34 people are here tonight. I was like, 34. Yeah, maybe we'll hit 40 soon. And here's what happened. We came to PHP and I sat down with Patrick, and when you look your wife in the face and say you're letting go of $200,000 residual income, you better get after it. So part of the reason that I am the way that I am is because I got some obligations to fulfill. I promised my wife things would be right back the way they were back. So I had to get after it and build it all new again. But I did a BPM just like Bo's talking about. I had Patrick come and do a BPM. And I just, for a month, I just heard that for a month straight, we said we're gonna have a ton of guests. Minimum 250, goal was 500. We had 310. This was in the beginning of March, okay? I came aboard PHP in January. We scheduled a BPM just like you're doing, and those 40 people, put 310 people in the room. There's 310 people in the room. 95 of those people got started in March. If you look at the recruiting numbers, 95 of those people got started in 1 month, and what you guys see here was from that BPM. That's what it was. Everything. I'm looking at the team, I'm walking up on stage trying to act like I'm used to this. I'm not used to this. This is all new to me. I'm like, oh my God, how many? And they told me, I go, how many showed up? And I'm almost waiting for the number to like get right back down to size. And then they're like, no, Jay, your pay shop at 183 people. I'm like, yeah, of course. 183 people, that's what we're supposed to do. This is so new to me, you guys, it's wild. It's so much fun, and it's all because we come to PHP, we literally sell out on Saving America, we talk about it all the time, we're jacked up and excited, and you can have 200 people here at the next event. You guys can have that at the next event. And so I want to challenge you on 5 things. 1, I like what Bo said, we work with commitment. I wish I got paid for registrations. That would be cool. Imagine we got paid 10% or something like that on registrations, then people would call us a pyramid or whatever else. But we don't get paid on registrations. But I can't work with you, and I would be down on Bo if he worked with you if you're not registered. We had people that come in the room with 4, 5, 6 boxes. You know what that means? Our people only got 4, 5, 6 tickets right now. That's what you do. Because it's $100 and you're gonna take more than yourself. You're gonna take more than yourself. Because you guys are competitive, right? Some tennis players, competitive people. I would love to see if you're as competitive as our group. Because you guys are more, you have professionalism, experience. You're awesome on stage. You're a stud on stage. I loved watching you guys. The whole team was talking about you too. It was like the 2 messages that got to them the most. I love how you have this you're not like this or like this, where like I'm all over the place. You're just like stealth, and just like, you're like the one that has a silencer on your bullets. You can like shoot 10 people and put it away, and then another one.
That's our new team name. Stealth.
And see, so like I like pull the grenades out and throw them before I show up. Then I come like here, I just want to shoot everybody.
I love that.
But you have to be registered, and I would challenge you guys to get a few of them, because that shows commitment. When the way Patrick took me seriously, you know what Patrick does? Right after today, he runs the registration report, and he sees not only if you registered, but how many you got. And he rank and files it, because this is what I do. I rank and file it by seeing, I have guys on the team, and they don't have any money. They're still like everybody else, just building it up, but they got 3 tickets. That shows me that they're planning for the future. Then is it easier to work with somebody planning for the future or not planning for the future? So you got to register. Number 2, whatever your team attendance commitment, Bo and I communicate frequently, Kahini and I as well, whatever your team attendance goals are and commitments, I'm much more impressed with people that hit their goal of 10, hit their goal of 15, hit their goal of 8, than the one that says, I'm going to have 30 there, and then they end up having 12. That's not impressive, because you're the type that just throws it up on the wall and just, whatever you commit, and I know at some point, whether it's yesterday or today, whatever you committed, hit your number. And I always tell people this, the next stage is 10 recruits and 10 people at the next big event. That's the next stage. Until you're there is no more coaching. Jason, what should I do? 10 recruits and 10 people at the next big event. Until until you're there is no more dialogue. You know how many people on my team come up, Jay, let's get together and do my business plan? Not at all. I do my business plan with you. Why? You're not at 10 registrations and 10 meetings. That's the first step to even sit down with me. Then it's the next step. And you have to have these expectations. That PowerPoint that I did, that's how it is in the office. It's expectations. Third point is I'm going to be high-fiving a group of people. I sometimes forget names, but I don't forget faces. And when I'm high-fiving people across the stage, I'd love to see you guys get your next promotion. It's not about hitting Chairman's Council in the next 3 months. It's just about getting your next promotion. The next promotion. It's like you like learn how to walk, and then you run, and then you start sprinting, and then you like work out to be world class. But before that, you have to get your next promotion. Number 4 was a big BPM. One of the questions I asked for Bo was, do you have a big BPM coming up? Yeah, I gave me 2 dates. I think it was the 6th and the 8th, and I think it was Atlanta and Lauderdale, I just heard. And so those 2 big BPMs, if a bunch of ragtag, you know, I mean, our group is like the stepchildren. I always say we're the underdogs. I go, you know this whole group, you guys, you're all the kids that got kicked out of your houses. You're all of this. And some of them look at me like, no, I'm not. And I'm like, just play along, just play along. Because I like to have the image of the underdog. And it's very difficult when you get a lot of recognition, because already the team is starting to go, we are pretty good. And it's my job to slap them a bunch of times and tell them they're nobodies. And it's kind of counterproductive, like, you just won all this stuff. No, you didn't win anything. It was all fake. You were dreaming. You were dreaming. So this group right here, I'm really interested to see who gets their next promotions, because I am going to be spending more time with other people's people, and as far as coaching, mentorship, because my mindset's on a whole other level. To me, this is all my team. This is all my big shot. Every one of you guys. Because we're all going to own a company, so it's like everybody's making money. It's last one. You guys have a challenge for the chair. If Patrick comes out, let me tell you this. If Patrick flies out, and you're given that one get out of jail free pass, like you're new, you did your BPM, you have 40, 50, 60 guests, something like that, and the chairman's like, okay, but you're the cute up-and-coming team. I say cute because guys don't like to be called that. Like, what, you said that team's cute? Absolutely, I just called you cute, because you guys are little. You're cute. You're like the nice team. You're like the flower that we walk by and go, oh, that's nice, and then we just keep walking. That's who you guys are right now. That's exactly who you are. And I always like to see what you guys get, and I say guys, and sometimes the girls go like, did he just say, I just said that to you. It absolutely just happened. And I'm very serious about it, because Bo's going to do it, Katie's going to do it, Bo's going to do it with or without any of you guys. I want you to know that. They won't say these things because that kind of sounds a little bit direct, but I'm just going to tell you what it is. Whether or not you recruit, whether or not you sell, whether or not you invite your friends and family, your brothers and sisters, your cousins, your coworkers are going to be at the BPM invited by somebody else. And if you don't get after it, I'm going to recruit somebody in LA that's going to have an uncle in Atlanta or an uncle in Florida that's going to be more competitive than you, and then I'm going to start flying in and looking you up in your own market. Don't think you're like isolated from the world. We're all pretty connected, pretty close. And so I'm very competitive that way, only because I'm original. The whole in 2029 or by 2029. It doesn't have to take till 2029. I don't know if anybody's getting any younger in the world, but at any age you are, we're only getting older every single day. And so I'd rather get it done earlier. I'd just rather get it done earlier. So that's my challenge, and my commitment to you is, my commitment is that if you guys take my challenges seriously, we can work together. We can do some more things together. If you don't take it seriously and we're at the next event and you're kind of the same size, I'm not doing the meeting after the meetings. I'm not doing conference calls. We're not coaching. We're not doing these things. And trust me, whether you necessarily like me or not, there's a lot of leverage to having the top person speak to your new associates and edify you. There's a lot of leverage behind that. When I started, I wanted to kill Patrick. I was this competitive. I wanted to beat him so bad. But I also knew that if Patrick said something to my team, they listened more than when they acted. So I was like, okay, Pat, I really want to beat you. Could you come talk to my team for a quick second? And he's like, come here with procedure. Kid, I'm not going to talk to you until you have 10. And I'm like, okay. Then it was 25. Okay, next. And that's what it is. That's exactly what it is. So our guys, we are not, this is all new to us, but if you think we're going to have less than 500 people in the next event, you're kidding yourself. And if you don't at least double, the sound of your cheering is just going to get drowned out by ours. We will start, it's not just going to be a side, we're going to start an L. Then it's going to start coming like this, and then all of a sudden I'm going to tell Pat, could you just give me the ones around everybody else instead of the section? Like, could you just give me the perimeter of the event? And so when people sit there, they're like, what the heck? They're are all around us right now.
Yes.
Like warfare. I mean, I take